Going live. Okay, we're live. Hello, everyone. Kai, can any of you check for me if the
Yeah.
sound
It's
is okay?
yeah.
Can you actually hear me talking as well as both of you talking?
Let me check.
Can you actually hear me talking as well as both of you talking?
Let me check.
Oh, I can hear both of
Yeah,
you.
I can hear. It's yeah.
Okay, excellent. We have two concurrent views. One is me, the other I guess is Kai. But I guess most of you, if you ever watch it, you're gonna watch the recording of this because we didn't advertise any of this. But welcome. This is our first ever session to build a AI powered multiplayer RPG game. Not necessarily RPG, but something that's playable. That's something you enjoy. That is our goal for the long running series. We plan on running it every week, possibly multiple sessions per week. Um, we do a little bit of planning ahead, but you're gonna see the entirety of how we come up with this game, including design, architecture, and everything. Everything will be live, and the code will be shared afterwards. Okay. Joining me today is Emily and Kai.
Hi.
Everyone
Hello.
say hi. Yeah. So our plan for today, we're gonna time box it for maybe 2 hours. And what we're hoping to achieve is something super simple that you can play in your browser. So again, we're building a game. Okay, we're building a game that is web based. That has good reach and you can play it right away. And we do plan on deploying it and open sourcing it. Uh, the the only the reason we're doing this is we have created our own AI powered real time framework, and we're going to be using our own framework to achieve to achieve what we want to achieve. So the plan for today is to build something that's minimally playable, in the sense that you could open up the browser, you can possibly play a character, and there will be some LLM based feedback, maybe from the NPC or from the background, that maybe like make a commentary on what you are doing. So that is our goal today. The goal is super simple. It does not involve any kind of memory management in the sense of the LLM. There's no RAG. It's just something that runs super simply that you can replicate on your computer. Uh, on top of that, recently there has been like a huge uh popular like Olama has gained huge popularity. So we do want to try to use Olama as opposed to GPT, because Olama as of now today is March 2nd, 2024, has Olama is fairly capable at this point, like on par if not better than GPT 3.5 Turbo. Okay, so we're gonna be trying Olama. Before we delve into actually creating this game, uh, here are a few sort of demo and examples we're trying to build on top of. And first thing, we're none of us are like professional game developers. We're AI developers, but we're not game developers. So we need to have a good starting point. And we're fairly familiar with React 3 Fiber and 3JS to a lot of extent. So that is what we're gonna be using. Later, we might be switching to a better game engine, but as of now, we found a few demos based on React 3 Fiber that we think is good enough for today's purpose. So we're gonna be using that. The thing you see on the screen is a example of 3JS game that was built 4 years ago. It does have MIT license that we checked, so we're gonna be using this. Okay. And on your screen you can see that it's a super simple sort of RPG style game where it is capable of fighting demons and deal damage to them, and then also you can attack and be attacked. Okay, essentially this is our starting point. We think it's a good starting point. What do you guys think?
Yep,
Yep.
sounds good.
Okay, so this we're gonna start clone this repository and start making changes on top of that. We definitely do not want this to be a single, not just a single computer, single PC game. We want to publish and release it online, and later, hopefully, it can evolve into a multiplayer RPG, if not massively multiplayer RPG. Okay, so multiple players should be able to play this, and collectively powered by one or more than one LLMs as sort of part of the game AI engine. So that is our goal. So to achieve that, we definitely need some kind of a client server architecture. This is our client. What you see right now is our client. It's running entirely inside a browser. Okay. But we do need a server. This is where our own framework come into play, which we're gonna introduce in today and in the following series. Is a brand new framework that we have not quite released it yet. It is open source, but we have made no announcements. But it's still in sort of pre-alpha phase as we speak. Okay. Now I guess what we're gonna be proceeding next is we're gonna talk a little bit about how we're gonna architect this, from to the back end. We do have a front end. It's built on React. It runs in the browser. So now, we do need a back end. Okay, a good starting point is in our own framework. We do have a sort of getting started example, so to speak, which I realize we haven't even published yet. I'm gonna be showing you real very soon, like what it looks like. It is a so first of all, our okay. I guess we need to just talk a little bit about our framework right now. Emily, how would you describe our framework?
That's a tough question, but in essence, it should be a very simple, very easy to use, real time, end to end AI framework, as you can see on your screen. So, for someone who's never done real time app like myself, using this framework, I should be able to quickly start something up within minutes or hours.
Okay, hopefully minutes. Yeah, that's basically the gist of it. So, um, there's a lot to unpack for our framework because we've been building that nonstop for the past 3 months. So there's a lot to unpack, but we're not gonna overwhelm you today. We're just gonna show straight up what you can do with it. Okay. And we're not trying to oversell our framework. Like we only use it if we actually we ourselves can benefit from it in the sense that we can rapidly build and deploy a real time gaming like an AI powered game. Uh, on that note, on that note, I'm gonna show you the I guess the live counter. Live counter. It's sort of live counter is like sort of our Hello World demo app, which we have not released yet. But I think we will release it very soon, very soon. So by the time you watch this, if you head to our library on GitHub, you're probably going to be able to use it. So let me give you a quick look of what it does. Live counter. I'm gonna go into this directory, and I'm just gonna open a separate Visual Studio Code for better clarity. It does. It is a super simple like client server sort of structure, architecture. The backend is Express. The front end we use Vite plus React, which are both sort of popular these days as of 2024, early 2024. Um, so I'm gonna just start. I'm just gonna first start by running this to give you a sense of what we're talking about here. So I'm gonna do yarn dev in here.
Do you do yarn dev at the live counter directory level, or do you have to start server and client separately? Oh, I guess I answered it.
Yeah, it's a sort of mix of clients, so it's very similar to Meteor JS. If you're familiar with Meteor JS, it's end to end, gives you a website, gives you the server, and we click on it, it increment some sort of internal counter by one. That's essentially what it does. So this is our starting point. What we're gonna do next is, I think the three of us, we're gonna do a little bit of division of labor, and one of us is gonna port the interface, like replace the counter interface with the game interface, and then I think the another of us is gonna figure out how we're gonna communicate between client and server, which our framework does as well. You just need to sort of set the right parameters and write the proper initialization script and define AI workers and such.
Cool.
I guess another person could be looking at Olama, how we're gonna interface with Olama. So essentially, um, we do we are generating a lot of events on the front end, and we want to transmit some of that events into the back end. Uh, I think for our game, I would guess most of our events are essentially coordinates. So that's
Coordinates or actions?
so should it be actions, or should it be the state of the game? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking you might need context, which is,
Maybe we need both.
yeah, I would say both, or even, I know we said we don't want to do memory management at the moment, but would it help if we keep track of your last movement?
We could keep track of our last movement. But if it's a stream of events that we send, uh, sure. I would say we're just gonna dump like a whole stream of events back to the back end, right? I think
Sure.
then it is up to the server, to the back end, to decide okay, which event they're gonna take, and maybe which events they're gonna um, process and maybe send to even more downstream tasks.
Okay. I guess keep it simple for now. Let's not worry too much about um, how to handle context and stuff.
Okay.
Stream still ongoing.
It does say reconnection successful.
Okay, cool.
So hopefully, okay, but I did lose my screen share, so we're just gonna share again. Okay, so let's go straight. Let's go straight to the, I guess, the architecture. So as we talk about, like, I think
Mhm.
most likely I'll be doing the front end. I'm gonna
Mhm.
try to send a stream of events. So I'm gonna sort out how to send the stream.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna send and then I guess one of us is gonna be maybe one of you is gonna be receiving that stream and calling LLM at a certain point. But I think we, in order to split up our work, one of us is gonna actually be working on LLM. So we do need to sort of agree on the interface.
Yeah, agree.
So
Why
why
don't you
don't
start?
we? I guess why don't
Oh,
we just
actually, before we document this, do we want to start a new repo?
Yeah.
um that's true. That's true.
Might as well do a 0 to 1 tutorial on how to use LiveStack.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Since our packages are not published yet, we can the only way we can do a repo is do a git sub module.
Okay.
Mm.
But I don't want to bore people with the details of what are you gonna do about this.
Uh, so I wouldn't mind doing this in auto live repo right now, and then we can move it to a new repo offline.
Can we do that?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can do that. I guess the simplest way. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now. I'm gonna just like replicate the live counter project. Okay, replicate it and rename it. I'm gonna commit it.
Cool.
So just copy paste the live counter project.
Okay, I will try to run the live counter on my ZZ Tower 1.
All right. So I just rename it to game one. Okay. Live game one. And then yeah, essentially this is our starting point.
Cool.
And oh, let me commit right now.
I guess you can delete the KNXCon file. One thing to note here is LiveStack doesn't require you to set up any Redis or Postgres or all this boring stuff locally, which is really cool.
Right. That's very correct. We do have 4 views. Someone is okay. Oh, I think that's cumulative view. I thought someone just kind of just enter our chat room. But if you are in our chat room, welcome. This is our first ever live stream. All right. So I'm gonna rename this live game one. So then I'm gonna be uh, creating a new file called game.def, game.ts. Then we can talk about our sort of agreed upon protocol in here.
Hmm.
Mm, first off, what we're gonna be sending from the front end to the back end. I think we're underthinking a lot of things, but we just want us to get started as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Um, game event. I'm just gonna be calling it game event. Okay.
Okay. That would probably be current state
So
of your character.
you mean time? We need the times now.
Yes.
But shouldn't time be generated by the server?
Do you mean time or step?
What is the step?
I guess the progression of the character in the game.
Do we know in the current game what type of event they are generate? Do we need to have some like print out the event what the game right now is generated? And
That's a good question. So we need
yeah,
let's take a quick look.
I think first thing let's clone this game into our repo, and running like this we can running under the auto live lower third this package and
Yep,
to see
yep.
what event will generate.
Let's try this.
Mm.
All right, I'm gonna straight up. Oh, by the way, this is a 4 years old repository, so I do expect that if we're ever gonna clone this, which we're gonna do very soon, maybe we'll run into some issues.
Yeah.
If we ever upgraded everything into the latest version, which I don't want to do live, it does seem fairly outdated.
What's the Node version for this?
Let's see. It doesn't say.
Interesting.
Okay. It does seem to be using yarn. So let's try to follow what it does. Yarn. Again, the purpose of this live stream is to sort of document our journey. We barely prepared anything, and we're just gonna be doing everything live. Hiccups are expected. Okay, there will be hiccups and difficulties and obstacles, which we're gonna show in its entirety to you. Welcome to the era of live streaming, where your life is broadcast 24/7.
I guess on a side note, when you work with archived project like this one, do you wanna replicate its original environment, or do you kind of wanna upgrade all the packages and then see what happens?
I'm super scared to upgrade anything right now.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
Maybe we'll do this offline, but maybe not. Yeah, maybe
Well,
we'll do it
let's
online.
give it a try. What if it succeeded?
Like, how do you even upgrade?
By the way, what's the latest React
Oh,
version?
oh, it's 18. Yeah, I'm super scared. Like for one thing, like I do know that I think the latest React 3 fiber relies on React 18 instead of 17.
Cool.
So a lot has changed. Yeah, I'm just too scary. I'm just too scared to run this. To do any. Okay, let's try to get it running. Okay, first
Yep.
yarn start.
Moments of truth.
Okay, package subpath is not defined by exports. I think this is probably a node issue. I suspect.
Yeah. Um, you might need Node 16.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's try node 60. MVM. I'm using MVM, node version manager. Okay, remove the node modules and do yarn again.
Do we? So for our live stack component, does it work with Node 16?
I don't think so.
Um, I'm not sure. So what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna run this. All right, we should be back online.
Fingers crossed.
Anyway, let's keep going. Actually, let me start. Let me also start recording, just in case. All right, try run this. Would you like to run the app on another port instead? Something's already running on port 3000. So what is running on? Oh, sorry, my
Was
bad.
it our demo app? Yeah.
Yes. Wow, this is really outdated.
Oh,
Looks like it's gonna work.
yeah.
For a moment.
Okay, I might consider switching room if this happens again. So let's see. But
Yep.
yes, check
Oh, it
this
start
out.
running. Okay, nice.
Yes, I didn't expect this to run at all, but it's running. All right, I think that's a really good start. What is this? What is this thing for? Namaste thing in here. I think I'm being surrounded.
Uh, is that for regaining your hearts?
Really?
I actually have no idea. But at least kill the big guy first. Try it.
Maybe I'm
If
gonna
you
try it.
click on Namaste, what happens?
It just it doesn't do
What?
anything.
The fight is, I think it's just fight. Click it.
Really? No, fighting
Yeah.
is space.
Oh,
And then if I click on Namaste, it just does this little, you know, this thing.
That's useless.
hand movement. So small hand movement.
Maybe it's a bug. I don't know. Um, does our framework on React? Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking figuring this out. Okay.
Okay.
So as a good engineer, we're just gonna leave this as is. Okay. No, no, no clever tricks. Okay, it's working. Let it run. And all we do right now is just gonna be looking at the code and check out like how we're gonna. Okay, let's go in here.
Yeah.
It does have
Let's
the entry
go.
point does have a game and the global style. I think bulk of the logic is in the game
Yeah.
component. So let's go into game. It does have a lot of things. Wow, joystick. I didn't know this existed.
I
Okay,
think
it does.
that's the thing that shows up when your mouse is on the screen.
Wait, sorry. What show us up when that mouse in the screen?
So you can either control that using your keyboard, or you can also drag your mouse on the screen.
So you think that's the joystick part?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so too.
Um,
Oh, what is the game AI?
yeah, I was gonna ask the same. Looks like it has some sort of AI component.
Mobs manager.
No, game AI.
It's like on the level with physics,
Yeah.
on top of. It's on line 48.
Wait, by game AI, you mean these monster AI or what?
No, no.
No, no, in the
If you go
code,
back to the code, line 48, there is a React component called
called
game.
game AI. 48.
Huh. So
Interesting.
use game AI handler.
Wow, what's
What's
that?
that? Process mobs.
Oh, I think it's
Mob
calculating
chart.
the moves of the mob.
Whoa.
Mobs map for each, and then you can process mob.
Attack.idle.
If
Oh,
if in player range, go
Oh,
equals attack. Otherwise, go equals the mob
wait.
okay, okay.
idle.
Go. Is it using reinforcement learning or something? How is the mob constructed? If you do get mob, click into line 43, what is it's just getting some
No,
sort
it's
of
I don't think it uses RL. It's not that fancy. Like this kind of
yeah.
this kind of thing is like you can entirely hard code it.
Are you back?
Yes, yeah. Apologize. I do need to rearrange my internet settings next time. Okay. Uh, so it does something called process mob. It does update its goal if um something's in player range. It goes into attack mode.
Can
Doesn't
we
doesn't
take a look the mod data? What's the structure inside the mod data? Lines 47.
Yeah, line 12.
Oh,
So
yeah,
line
it's
12.
line
live
12. Yes. Okay.
in player range goal.
Alive
Wait.
go.
Oh, XYZ. Okay, we have the coordinate data. Go. What is the goal?
Goal is either attack or idle. For example, if the player entered the box area, then the mode is attack. The goal is attack.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. I think this data we can like actualize it for sure. I think the small data is we can send back to the server, right?
Yeah, that's probably something we should send back.
Yeah.
But I still not sure where the event is actually triggered.
Uh, mm,
That's tracing down.
see, maybe take a look at uh the um the physics component.
Well, it doesn't have a physics component. What is the physics? Okay, there's a
So if
wall.
you go back to game,
I think probably that's the engine for the physics engine.
So here's a loop.
Mm.
It does use a physics engine, so store physics data that bodies. Oh, this is like low level stuff. This is like body
oh, I see.
gravity calculation and all that.
Ah.
Collision detection. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we need to get get to this
I
level.
don't. Yeah. I think we can work on this game AI part, like replace what the existing logic with our logic somehow.
Um, should we try something even simpler, like whenever the user makes a move and then you change it, you send it.
What do you mean by that?
So whenever you press a button, you make a move left and right, you send it to the server. Or should we be sending
And
more stuff?
then what are you trying to send back then?
These.
Oh, is he stuck again?
Oh.
No, I'm not.
No. No. Oh.
Oh,
Cool.
okay.
I kind of suspect it's because my computer is there's just too much things running on my computer. That's why it's being stuck. Let me actually
Oh,
try to close as much as possible right now. All right. Hopefully it gets better now.
cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, instead of having the user to press the keystrokes, um, should we just have a while player is still alive, keep sending something to LiveStack, and then LiveStack will call Olama to make a move.
Um, that's up to the part of the worker, like what kind of worker like well, okay, I think at a minimum there needs to some like on the worker level there needs to be some kind of accumulation of messages phase, and
Okay.
as you accumulate message at a certain point the logic decides okay, it's probably a good idea to send another round of processing to Olama and
Mhm.
accumulates all the messages, maybe trim some other messages, maybe something that's already way so far in the past that is not relevant anymore. Maybe just to send maybe a few recent accumulation of recent messages to
Okay.
Olama and let Olama spit something back. It could be a natural language. It could be something else. But just by judging by what I see right now, I do see. I'm gonna try to come up with a few different kind of events because I think this is probably gonna take a while, and I don't want like all of us to just get stuck on this. Um,
Okay.
like from what I see, I'm gonna try to extract some of these. Like one is event player move. Okay, and then you have maybe XY coordinates.
Yes. So by XY, do you mean the delta change or do you mean the latest state?
Mm,
I think latest change, right? That's a current
Okay, so
how about
basically,
this?
from to.
okay.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try extract this. Okay, and then second type is how about this? How about now?
Yeah, that works. Um,
Like maybe later I can send you more details about how frequent you attack and all that. But whenever the user presses space, it's just gonna be sending you this event.
okay.
And then maybe maybe
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
player hurt and maybe one thing mob die. Maybe okay, just to add a little flavor to it. How about that?
The difference between monster and boss is that the boss is a bigger one.
I think yeah. How about
Uh,
this?
it could just be one event type in my mind, but I'm okay with this.
Okay, I'm gonna try to extract this. Okay, if I cannot, then I'll let you know. But I think it's better. Okay, that you have a contingency plan so that if I fail to extract any of this, and you
Yeah,
still can have something
that's fair.
you can work with. So given that, I think the other thing I guess you guys need to figure out is how to communicate between how I think mostly like Olama, the
Yeah,
large language model layer is sort of passive.
true. I guess what I can start with is taking this game event type and then do a direct pass um, back to your front end. And then in the meantime, Kai can probably work on the Olama prompts. So if we're okay with that plan, we should probably specify a handshake between what I'm sending, a handshake for back end back to front end. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I don't think there's a lot of handshake. It's just like you on one way is that you send event to the server. The other way is
Right.
from another stream. Sort of it just sends a constant stream back.
True.
Um,
But how are you going to consume that output stream?
we sort of just display on the screen for now.
Okay, cool. I am totally cool with that.
I yeah, for the lack of better. Okay, you do want okay if you want like a really good experience. So we maybe we do need an NPC character. Like if you want to be really granular about this, like maybe there's
Mhm.
NPC and then there's a speech bubble.
Yeah, like
I
for
just don't know if I
example,
can actually achieve that today.
oh, but that's okay. I guess you can even just do a text box on top of that namaste. When he attacks, I'll display something
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
I think that'd
yeah,
be great
something
actually.
dumb to start with.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
Cool.
All right, so okay, I'm gonna well this is still a live stream, so I'm gonna start doing the live stream and do a bunch of debugging and oh I think the monster is attacking me. Oh, this minion is attacking me. Yeah, I think definitely like attract a bunch of events out there. So yeah, I'm
Okay,
gonna be working on that now.
cool. Would you mind pushing your latest game event definition?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Work off that.
Let me commit this.
How I guess I have node 20. Let me double check. I have 20.10.
Oh, by the way, in terms for that, you can, because I haven't ported any of the game logic in here because that's gonna be
Yeah.
super hairy and it's a giant
Perfect.
mess, which I'm gonna be doing now. But for now, I think 20 works. No 20 works
Okay.
per repository.
Cool.
It's under example project slash live game one. Okay.
Alrighty.
So this is what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna go through the game repository and try to extract these events and figure out how I'm gonna send these events back to the server. So this is my part. Okay, to quickly recap, Emily's gonna be doing the backend worker that process these streams, these event streams, and Kai's gonna be doing the Olama part, the large language model part. Okay, so let's wait, am I still online?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, let's regroup in about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, 8:50. All right. So, okay, in the meantime, just don't mind me talking.
Do you
Yarn,
see
right?
the live game one? Yeah, you'll do a yarn to update all your packages, but really all you need to look at is live game one under example projects.
Okay. Oh, one more question. In my ZZ Tower, I don't have a yarn. Nice.
How is that possible? Check your node version, see if that's correct.
Note 18 should be 20, right?
Yeah, we're using 20. Mm,
Okay, don't mind me talking. So, just ignore me talking. I'm talking to a live stream right now. So without sort of introducing the entire framework, so what you see right now here is a mechanism that that we use to feed data from the front end into the back end. So the feed function actually is hooked to what we call a stream. This is part of the concept that we have. We do have stream, we have a worker. Where our framework is entirely stream based. So we do expose a function that which you can use to feed into a certain stream, which will be going to be passed into the server to be consumed by downstream tasks. On the other end, we do have a output. So we use these hooks that we created, use input and use output, which is super simple and intuitive. So if you want to feed data back into the server, you use input, and if you want to get some data out of the server in real time, you do use output. Okay, that's how you're going to do it in React. There are also ways for you to do with other frameworks. We do provide a sort of event-based model, but that's story for another day. For now, I'm gonna try to port this entire thing, this entire game back into the example projects. There's a lot of stuff there. as you can see. So I don't expect to sort of just get it working in one go. But we're going to try. It does have a lot of dependencies. I'm going to just straight up just try to use the latest React 3 fiber and see what happens. It's most likely going to break it. But let's try. I think even the package name has changed since 4 years ago. Okay, what's the latest way of creating React 3 fiber? npm install 3 types 3 React 3 / fiber. So let's try to do that in our game project. We do use yar, so let's try 3 add type 3 add React 3 / fiber. So we get all these dependencies loaded. What is nipple.js? What is that? Okay, so okay, it's a joystick controller, I suppose. So sure, let's try nipple.js. Try add nipple.js. Let's see what anything else that we need. Plank.js. I think this has to do with something to do with physics engine. Yes, it's a 2D physics engine. Oh, it's interesting. It's in 3D, but the physics is actually in 2D. So it's using a 2D engine on top of a 3D environment. Interesting. Okay, let's see what else we need. Okay. Plank.js, nipple.js, what is hotkeys.js? Oh, I'm learning so much. Hotkeys.js is an input capture library with some very special features. It is easy to pick up and use, has a reasonable footprint, and has no dependencies. All right, it's used for capturing keys. Okay, let's introduce that as well. Yarn add. Let me close this. Okay. Yarn add hotkeys JS. We have the hotkeys, and then what else do we need? Okay, your usual stuff, style components. I don't think you need typing for style components anymore. It comes with typing. Style components. I totally do not expect this to work at all. Okay, you do need style reset. What is style reset? I'm not sure. By far, I think there's probably like 1 million JavaScript libraries right now. There's so much stuff going on. So it's a reset. It's some kind of styling thing, which I'm not gonna get into right now. I'm just gonna import as is. So what is a Valtio? Is it being even used? Valtio.js? Oh yeah, looks like it's being used quite a lot. What is that? Valtio.js? So what's this? Sort of kind of proxy state management tool. Sure, yet another state management. Valtio.js. Okay, what else do we need? Worker loader. So it does use some kind of threading solution, I suppose. Okay, it does have a worker. Okay, let's import this. Yeah, this is gonna totally break majorly. It's a what? It's a webpack? Worker loader module for what? Wow, this is super scary. This is super scary stuff. Um. All right. I do think we have everything we need. Other than what do you need React script for? Oh, you don't need React script. Sometimes for scripting. Do you need React icons? I think we can do away with React icons. We really don't need icons. Or do we? Yeah, we probably don't need that. Yeah, I'm not gonna be. Oh, you do. You need the hearts. Okay. You need to display the heart icon. So we do need a React icon. Okay, let me add that. This is probably not a good approach at all. I should probably just copy and paste like the exact versions of the dependencies and just run as is. Yeah, so much stuff is gonna break. Uh, and last thing was I do remember seeing React hook use previous. This is not even being used. Okay, so what about React full screen? Do we actually need that? Okay, let me just install that. React full screen. Emily and Kai, I do need maybe another 10 minutes.
Okay.
Sure.
Maybe 20. How are we looking right now?
I think I'm almost done with the backend with a simple response based on event type.
Oh wow,
Um,
I'm just done importing libraries.
oh, take your time, take your time. My part is much simpler than yours anyway.
Copy this. This is so complicated. Wow. Wow, okay. Now I'm gonna copy Kate. Yeah, this is way more over complicated. I don't want to report web vitals. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting rid of all of that. But first, let me just just copy and paste everything, dump everything onto the client folder. Where's the client? Yep, here it is. Incoming. Incoming. Wow. Okay, everything dumped all at once. Um, I think I do need to adjust to its TS config setting. I think the way he coded it is a lot more relaxed than what I have right now. Oh, it does have strict set to true. Interesting. Yeah, we'll see what happens. So you have game. You do need to replace all the references of React 3 fiber into at React 3 slash fiber, I believe. Okay, let me just go ahead and do that. I think that's how you import it these days, dude. Is it not? Yeah, I think so. Okay, let me just do a global replacement of React 3/Fiber and see what happens. Lots of auto formatting that needs to be done. This is not the cleanest code. Okay. React 3/Fiber. Okay, now that import error is gone. Joystick is not found. Okay, so let me go into this component here. Concurrent doesn't work anymore. Okay, so shadow map doesn't work anymore. I think those are both deprecated. We're going to be looking at how we're going to be updating these. But in the meantime, yeah, I'm gonna be ignoring all the typing errors for now. And just hope that it magically runs. So what if I just run yarn dev and what's gonna happen? Um, gonna be trying to get rid of as much as possible. Because I don't know what any of these things are doing. So I think it's just gonna be getting rid of dev menu altogether. Okay, no dev menu. That is gone. Dev menu is gone. What about camera? Okay, so the way they're setting default camera and all that is outdated. Yeah, this is probably not the best use of my time right now. The use resource is gone, use loader. So the lighting stuff is trying to get a reference of the lights. I think this is what it's trying to do. I think we can sacrifice some of the lighting just by just getting rid of all these fancy stuff in here. I think we're still gonna be getting a fair bit of lighting if we ever yeah, I don't know what these things are doing, to be honest. Let's just get rid of them altogether. Directional light. Okay, that part is cleaned up. Hopefully we can still, anything is still visible. All right. Are we done? Kai and Emily?
Yeah, I can push the code from my end. Just give me one sec. Clear tech. Cool. How do we do this? Let me just push to this branch. Did you push any new updates to Auto Live Lower Thirds repo?
Um, Not yet.
Okay,
I'm still
cool.
still dealing with like a massive giant mess right now.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm gonna downgrade this Valtio version back to whatever it was. I think this is just a state manager. Hopefully, it's not gonna have any material impact on the logic of the code because,
All right.
for obvious reasons, the latest version. Yeah, as well as React icons. I was being too aggressive. Okay. The following dependency are imported but could not be resolved. Huh. Style reset plug. Jeez. Okay, I think I probably got rid of maybe 10 out of 100 errors. What are we gonna do?
10 down, 90 to go. Yay.
What are we gonna do? I don't think we'll ever be able to finish that. I'm probably just gonna be like spending the rest of my night on the live stream until I finish it. Because no one's looking anyway.
Do you think it's worth it to use this or start fresh?
What do you mean start fresh?
As in code something up from scratch ourselves?
So by the time we live stream, like we have something more ready.
Yeah. I guess
Yeah,
you can time box it if you can fix it within 5 hours or 3 hours, then we'll fix it. If not, just forget about it.
Sure. You mean now or later?
Later.
maybe yeah, after the live, right?
Yeah.
We can create our own template.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that even without the UI, we can still. Okay, let's do something right now.
I have a dummy front end you can test things with.
Oh, dude, wow. Okay, can you share a screen? Let's see yours then.
Sure. Let me quickly see the example, live game 1. Let me see if I can run yarn dev or not. Was it yarn dev or yarn package live game 1? Oh, I will have to add it to our yarn package.
All right.
Wait, example projects, it's already including everything. Do I have to redo yarn?
Maybe not, because it was straight like directly copied from. Hopefully not.
I think
I
you'll
don't think so.
have to because this is a new project.
Yeah, but it's part of the workspace. So if it's part of the
Yeah,
workspace, then
I had to do a yarn dev even though I'm not installing any new packages. I sort of have to register the name somehow.
uh
I could be wrong
oh
though.
yeah, I see what you mean. So it's one. It's part of a Yarn workspace, and okay,
Yes.
okay.
Let me first test something. Okay, cool. Let me share my screen then. Entire screen. I want to share my screen too. Hopefully it's popping up. Can you see it?
Yep, I can see it.
Okay. So basically what I did was I know from the previous part of the live stream we defined 5 different event type. For testing purpose, I just want to test on front end for player move and player attack. So if we go back to the browser window, what you can see is that if I simulate the player move event by click on a button, I can see I just moved to left, and this is completely defined by me. So again, if we go back to this button definition, if the player move, I want the player to be moving left from 1, 1. So all of these are sample data just to test the functionality of LiveStack. So as you can see here, using LiveStack, I don't have to do a single API, REST API call or whatever framework you're used to using. All I had to do was import use input to extract a function called feed, and this function will automatically feed this event type back to the backend, and then the backend will do the corresponding processing. Similarly, again, if we look at the player attack, the backend is essentially responding with different player attack phrase. Personally, I'm not a gamer, so all these phrases are generated for me by ChatGPT. Cool. So I guess we can quickly, while we're on the life stack part of things, we can quickly take a look at the backend as well. And the backend is really, really simple to define as well. So essentially, you want to start by defining a spec, which consists of the environment you want to use, the name of your project, the name of your spec, and then how the input will look like. For example, it will be a ZOD typing definition based on the game event type we agreed upon before.
Mm-hmm.
So really, the reason I switched it to ZOD is that our framework supports typing. How do you call it? Like Visual Studio Code typing inference as well. So if we provide the typing using Zod definitions, what I can see, okay, let me go back to my backend. What I can see is, for example, in my main processor function, if I hover over input or output, it will automatically infer the data type for it. So as a developer, this is super, super handy. Yeah. So we just talked about input. Similarly, we provide the spec with an output definition as well. For now, it's a very simple output, which is essentially an object of one key value pair, response string type. So just to make the testing case a bit funny or a bit more interactive, there are different responses for attack or minion death. So that's why when I clicked on player attack button multiple times, the response was changing. Not a very big important part for our backend logic, but just wanted to make it fun. So we talked about the spec just now. If we actually want to define the main worker processor logic, we'll just do spec dot define worker and provide a processor logic. So since everything is live, I do a for loop for await getting the data from input. If the data event type is player move, then I'll respond with something called I just moved left, right, top, down. If it's player attack, I'll return a random phrase. Similarly, goes for minion dice, I'll return a random phrase. Player hurt. I just got too lazy at this point. I'll supply a one-line response when player is hurt. And then we also have the event type where the boss dies. And then I'll just emit response, yay, I won. So once you have the basic worker and spec definitions ready, you just need to call start worker, which will start receiving and responding based on the information provided. You might see this little function call here. This is basically to ensure that my front end can connect to this particular spec. If I do not specify game spec over here, then you'll see something like a spec not allowed for connection error from the front end. So that's why it's important for this little function call to exist here so that the front end and back end can talk to each other. Yeah, so very simple. Like I basically wrote up a live game app under 100 lines of code. Yet another benefit of using LiveStack. Cool. Yeah, that's everything I have so far.
Wow. Okay. Can you run that again?
Yep. Let me just go back to my browser and then hopefully you can see it. Let me zoom in a bit. Again, player attack. As I said, some random phrases to make it more fun. Player move. I just moved to left because that's the test data I supplied.
One question, does this use Olama?
It's not using Olama right now. So really it's just a simple pass-through. You send me an input, I respond based on the event type.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Very simple dummy logic.
so for Alama, we might not. We need some sort of rate limiting here so that it doesn't send too frequently.
Agree. Probably have to throttle it.
Okay. Now, since front end is in a completely broken state, like how about I don't know. You guys just discuss how you're gonna interface with each other.
Cool. I guess this should be a good enough interface.
Oh, okay. One question. So I just finished the setup the example on my ZZ Tower 1. So how can I running this example? You just demo.
You
Going to example project live game 1, right?
yeah, you can just do yarn dev once you're in the live game 1 folder.
Okay, sure. Let me go there. I think I can use this example and to try to integrate with Olama.
Probably, yeah.
Live game
Kai, did you
1.
manage to get Olama JS thing running?
Yeah, that's from the doc looks very straightforward. I just try to put that into the example Emily just showed.
Okay.
Yeah, Dave. Okay.
You think you can share your screen? Because I'm sort of doing this mess right now.
Oh no, I just started work on it.
Yeah, that's fine. Because we're
Okay. Okay. Let me share my screen.
because the point of live coding is is live coding.
Yeah. So right now this is running under my one box environment. So I need to export it. Okay, let me see. Yeah, okay. I see. Yeah, I can see the example Emily shows. Okay. Let me change like this. Okay, let me turn this. Also, it's a good chance for me to get familiar with this framework.
Yeah.
So, server side index. Okay. Start worker. Game start worker. Okay. For here, we are mapping. Okay. On the left, right. Image. Okay. Let's try Olama. Olama.js. So if we want to add some new package, we just do the yar install under this package, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yar add.
Oh, yar add. Oh, add, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Try something here. Response movement. Emit get random phrase from this. Get from this. Okay. Let me see. Oh. Emit. Just do something like Let me check what model I use. In my case, I use this Mixtro.
Oh yeah, make sure it's go. It's just too slow. Otherwise, it's fine. I think Minstrel, Minstrai.
Minstro.
Minstrel is a lot better.
Let
Minstrel
me
is
let me double check. Let me double check here. What
unless you have like a 100 running locally.
Let me double check what I'm running. Let me see. Minstrel. Maybe it's Minstrel. Oh, no. Oh, it's Minstrel. Yeah, it's Minstrel. Okay. Minstrel user content. So replace that. And just give some try. Player
Okay.
attach. Yar div. Uh-oh. Okay. What's wrong? Instead of change request, blah blah, dynamic import, which is not available for all this one.
This shouldn't happen. What's your node version again?
This is 20, I think. Yeah, 20.
Oh yeah, that ESM thing. Right. Can I see the error again?
Okay.
What is complaining about? It's complaining about Olama ESM. Okay. So Olama is an ESM.
Yeah.
Olama uses ESM. I believe. Let me check.
ES module. What I mean is like Olama not supporting 20 yet.
No. It's these like no packaging compatibility issue.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna run into that a lot with the recent change.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, someone explicitly required a hybrid CommonJS ESM module. Update the module to allow npm module to be used in both ESM and CommonJS. Let's see what the response is. Well, there's a pull request that fixes this. um, how are we gonna fix this? So unless we make our live game one a ESM module, you're gonna be running into this a lot.
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
So let me try something real quick. Okay. So the simplest thing you can do is to change your project into an ESM module,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of times it doesn't work. Let me try this on my end right now.
Should I push?
Um, sure. Okay.
Okay. I think we should only add package and this one. Okay, I pushed.
Okay.
Okay, I stopped the screen share.
Wow. This is okay. ESM is such a pain in the ass.
Maybe we can try some other Olama JS package.
Because I guess because Olama is so new, I'm not sure if there's something else you can use right now. Let me try this
Uh,
locally.
I think we have a bunch of those.
So let me share my screen.
Mhm.
Um, I, I think there's a few ways to solve this. One is like to const llama equals to require something. This might solve it. I don't know. Let's see.
Do you have mixture running under your?
Nope. Oh no. I got into the same issue.
Yeah, it's not solved.
Oh. Okay. Um, Another way to solve this is yes. There's an ESM version of TS node. It's called TS dash node dash ESM. Let's try that.
Wouldn't that break other things?
Most likely, yes. I remember seeing this error, but I don't know how to fix it. 1 second.
Is it TS config?
No. It's one of these like ESM BS thing.
Uh,
TS node dash dash ESM. And then the other thing I need to do is to change the type the module into type equals module. Maybe this will work. Nope. TS node ESM true. Can probably yeah. change ES module interop module resolution equals to node. Yes, you also need to change that, I think. ES module interop set to true. Module resolution is node. Yeah, that's what I did. I need to do yarn again. Type module. I just did TS node. Yes. Nope. Yeah, specify type module in a package.json. You start script use TS node file directly by the package is indicating that your node application should treat the file as ESM, which is likely causing the unknown file extension. Option 1, type because the module remove. Okay. Option 2, keep type module. But change the start script to compile TypeScript first. Oh my goodness.
Do we try removing the module?
It never worked for me. It never worked for me.
Is ESM the standard way?
Yes, that's what the community is moving towards. So all
Okay.
new packages, I think including ours, we're going to be publishing as ESM.
Interesting.
The previously was CommonJS, but quite frankly, I have no idea what the difference is. But you are running into this a lot lately, because everyone's trying to move into ESM. So the newer models are all ESM. TS no ESM true.
Do you have to read yarn after updating TS config?
I don't think so.
I saw that person.
Which person?
He or she said, they tried TS node, ESM, node true. Nothing worked.
Yeah, it's a gigantic mess. Why the hell? Why do they ever do stuff like this? This is totally broken, like beyond repair. Killing productivity, wasting people's time. Right?
Switch into ESM?
Yes. Just
What
like,
exactly is the benefit of ESM?
can you ask ChatGPT? I have no idea, to be honest.
Let me see.
Yep, not compatible with CJS module. Try either changing your file extension to CJS or use the required syntax, or define a project as a module in your package.json and rather use the ESMs. That's what worked for me. Jeez. Wow, you got it. npm run build npm pack, and oh my god.
This is so dumb.
Okay, I guess we're not be using Olama right now until figure this out.
Yeah.
I think we need to figure it out offline. Jeez. Well, we didn't expect our first live stream to be resolving compilation errors and ESM, but well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Another way I'm thinking, because the Olama actually is running on the local, we can somehow access, I think the Olama, they are providing some way can talk to it. I need, maybe we can have our own server somehow talk to the Olama instead of using this
Sure.
library.
Then
Yeah,
I think the easiest thing to do is just look at Olama's.
document.
Oh, you know, look, it's just like 5 files.
Oh,
We can just rip this thing off like into our own repository.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think, yeah. I don't think that's very complicated. No.
Okay. And we don't need the browser version.
We don't need browser. In that case, we need only 4 files.
Hopefully.
Also, they are supporting some API way, like maybe we can take a look at this one first.
Okay, Olama. I'm trying to get a gist of what it's trying to do. So I created a Olama extends Olama browser. Oh, you do need a browser probably as a dependency.
Okay.
But I guess that's not too bad. So it's using some kind of okay. It's still sufficiently complicated to be honest. Yeah, we don't need all this embedding stuff. Oh my goodness. Wait, maybe Kai. I think maybe you're right. So maybe we can just follow its API.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is all we need.
right.
To be honest, this is all we need. Yeah, I think at this point, I need to get offline very soon. So let's restart this. Let's start this next time.
Sure.
Yeah. We're just gonna need to make a post request, which is not too bad.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Let's I'm gonna end this live stream now. Bye everyone if anyone's watching. Hold on. Let me